Leo, Ali from Indigo Ascension. Welcome to your weekly quick read for the week beginning December the 7th through to the 13th. Wanted to do something a little bit different this week. It's more of an expanded soul reading, okay? Astrology and ecliptical cycles can get very cryptic. So, in many ways, December offers significant placements, yes. And next week we have that solar eclipse in Sagittarius. However, this one links and creates a whole new 6-month cycle and certainly launches an even bigger story across the next 2 years. The last solar eclipse was in Cancer on June the 21st, okay? In very many ways, the collective have been releasing the last dregs of that story. We're at this potent window, even though it spans that many months, where we are tempted back into the past to repeat karmic loops, if you like. Or we are trajectorily pushed into the new, to manifest from the new, to begin again. Retrograde cycles, ecliptical cycles and retrograde seasons are all about getting to the core, getting to the subconscious influence that is the fuel of our creativity. You know, if I'm talking about karma and dharma, all of it is creation, all of it is manifestation. Each of us are very familiar with embarking on a unique experience, whether it's in love, career, money, whatever the case may be, and it might look and feel new on the surface. You know, new stories, new characters, new faces. However, the karmic looping still becomes evident as we travel down that path. And this is what the gift of ecliptical cycles are all about. This is what the gift of retrograde seasons are all about, getting to the core of that patterning, why I keep recreating, re-experiencing, why am I still being drawn to that wisdom lesson, yeah? So eclipses give us an opportunity to eclipse something once and for all. And certainly retrograde seasons, like I said, invite us into the heart and core of the matter so we can truly integrate the wisdoms and create from a whole new way. That's where we're at. That's where the collective is at. And yes, many will dip back because we are human. We need to see evidence to believe. We need to see, we're very much attached to the mirror. We're very much attached to the external, and we find it completely challenging to go within and see that we and we alone are the creator of our experiences, and that's where that creative fuel comes from. It's easy to look outside of self and start to sort of observe and make mental notes and decide perceptions and beliefs around what's happening outside of self. It's something else entirely to go within and do that process. So that's where we're at. Like I said, at the crossroads, I want to take a look at potentials for you guys, still integrating some deeper wisdoms perhaps, and that's where we're all divinely at will and choosing, able to say, yep, I have closed a cycle of deeper learning and wisdom, or I'm ready to embark on my new one. So those two soul cards will tell a bigger story, and so too will the tarot. Okay, I don't know why I'm picking your crystal card. Damn, you're right. Let's have a look at the tarot as well, my friend. You have the failure card underneath the soul deck, and certainly these themes of failures, the times you felt situations, relationships, experiences, chapters in your life didn't end the way you had envisioned, or certainly didn't continue on the way you had envisaged. Working with failure energy is asking ourselves, you know, what is my attachment to that being a success? Who told me that to see that play out any longer than it did, whether it is a relationship, a career experience, abundance, you know, whatever the case may be. Who told me that it had to be any longer, or it had to go any other way than the way it did? So there's this energy of failure that we're working with in this crossroads of an ecliptical cycle for you guys. You guys have the guilt card and the death card. Where is it that you feel that life perhaps punishes you through situations that on the surface look like failure? What had to deeply transform within you? What did you have to bring a death to? Where has transformation occurred when it came to working with this energy of failure and guilt? That's pretty deep, Leo. The death card talks about, I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. They are not essentially a failure. Again, I want to ask you, where did you learn that an experience that only lasted exactly how it did, how long it did, it brought to the table what it did, no matter how disappointing, no matter how Who told you that you have to deem that as a failure? And I get it. It's annoying for someone outside of our experience to say, everything happened for a reason, Leo. It's another thing to feel that, to really integrate that energy on deeper levels. I'm connecting into many Leos that are really going through a metamorphosis. Okay? And how in life are you motivated by this energy of guilt? Where success, achievement, completion equates to this idea of achievement, success. The opposite of failure energy is what I'm trying to describe. Okay, there's something here, Leo, about an invitation into love, an invitation into empathy to truly transform and release the hold guilt has on you. Okay, and guilt comes in so many shades and flavors for us all. It's about working with the sacral energy so that we can reset the base chakra. Okay, let's take a look at the tarot. Wow, major reset, practical assessments. I'm connecting into many Leos that are sort of, I feel like you've been on the surface. You've been dotting your I's, crossing your T's, crunching, but the universe, your higher self, this ecliptical cycle, crossroads, is really inviting you into a whole new chapter. This is a massive reset, and it's going to take this hermit time. It's going to take this alone time. It's going to take this really going deeper than just the surface crunching, okay? What is it about failure that makes you feel like there's something you have to be guilty about when it comes to financial success, when it comes to having to start all over again? Again, I want to emphasize, it can be quite annoying for an outsider to say, it's just, you haven't failed. That chapter has closed, whether it's a relationship, whether it's an experience, a career experience, whether it's a life experience. I feel I'm connecting to many Leos that, you know, maybe you haven't taken the time, and you really need to, since July, to go deeper than just the surface of what is really calling to you. Because it's like you've got the death card coming up. The death card is a metamorphosis. It is deep transformation. And from transformation, we must get to the core. We must get to the base. Okay, we're starting from the ground up. Damburite's a really high vibrational crystal. It's from the angelic realms. It's a lot of deep celestial healing as well. Okay, I'm learning that endings are merely beginnings is what the death card talks about. The guilt card talks about I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. And certainly, Leo, it can get quite tricky and complex to go, you know, I don't even know why I'm learning this, because on practical levels, I feel like a failure because fill in the blanks. But where do those beliefs come? Where do they come from? Do you want to feel like that? What is the gift here? You've got the Hermit card coming up. What is the gift here about truly journeying to the center of your wisdom, about your beliefs, how I have to push myself so that I don't fail, how I have to push myself so that I don't feel guilty, the choices I'm making in regards to the same. What needs to be brought to death here? What needs a transformation when it comes to your internal wisdom? And perhaps it might even be the fact that we're safe on the surface here, dotting I's, crossing T's, being very practical, because the coins rule what is practical, what is seen, what is known, what I can appreciate here. There's a deep journey. This is a soul journey into transformation, into awakening. Perhaps I'm connecting into many Leos. And every time the sun goes through significant shifts, okay? Maybe I'm picking up on Leos that have been affected by recent solar activities. And certainly every time there is a solar eclipse, it affects you too. It doesn't matter, regardless of what's happening. It works with the energies. Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius. It falls in your 4th house. This solar eclipse in Sagittarius rules your 4th house. The 4th house is all about home and hearth. And on a soul level, home and hearth is here. It's the wisdom within. You're dotting I's, crossing T's, and being very practical in your assessments about what you need as far as a whole new beginning. Okay, in 4th house themes. And certainly in 4th house themes, you're needing a death and rebirth. Okay, it's about releasing the attachment you have to this perception around failure. It's releasing the attachment you have to the emotions that stir guilt and a sense of feeling responsible. I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. The angels and guides are with you. There is celebration and joy, perhaps, even if it doesn't feel like it, because I feel like many of you are wanting to introspect. All right, Leo, Danburite's quite a rare stone, so it's not necessarily easily attainable. You might want to Google it for further information. Drawing this card signifies it is time to stop taking yourself too serious, Leo. Are you trying too hard to achieve spiritual enlightenment? Bring some joy and celebration into your life. All right, Leo, that was your quick read for the week, my friend. I hope you got something out of that. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so by heading to the bio link above. And if you're watching on YouTube, you'll find that same link in the description box below. Until next week, my friend, have an empowered week and take care.